Urgent alert from Archangel Michael. Your sister's words carried a curse over your home. 2 minutes left before it takes root. What happens if you don't open this? This is not chance, nor coincidence. This message has been divinely timed, divinely directed, and divinely delivered. It is not a wandering word, but a precise strike of heaven's trumpet. You were meant to see this now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but in this exact moment, because the hourglass of the Spirit is turning. 2 minutes remain before the unseen roots of a curse attempt to settle into the foundation of your home. I, Michael, warrior of heaven, speak not of shadows but of truth. I am the defender of households, the breaker of spiritual snares, the guardian at the threshold of chosen vessels. And I say to you, the words spoken against you were not ordinary words. They were sharp, laced with jealousy, bitterness, and unseen venom. And though they came from one close, yes, from the mouth of your sister, they carried the weight of darkness that seeks to bind what God has blessed. Do not mistake this as a simple quarrel. Do not dismiss this as idle chatter. Words are never empty. Words are seeds. They either blossom into blessings or mutate into curses. And when spoken with emotion, with envy, with hidden fire, they gain power in unseen places. That is why heaven has interrupted you now. That is why this message has found you in this precise window of time. But hear this truth. Not all will receive this message. Not all are called to discern it. This word is selective, chosen, and sent only to those under divine surveillance. If your spirit stirs as you hear it, it is because you are the one heaven has marked. Your obedience in this moment will determine whether the curse finds soil to grow or is cast out before it can root. You must be still. You must be silent. You must be obedient to the heavenly instruction that is now unfolding. For time is short, and the countdown has begun. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear me now, for the heavens are opened and the trumpet of warning sounds in your dwelling. I, Michael, the Archangel, the warrior who stands before the throne of the Most High, am sent to you in this moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. For time has collapsed into urgency, and what was spoken against you has entered the atmosphere of your home. Within the next 2 minutes, what was planted by the tongue can either take root or be uprooted. This is why you have been drawn to this message. This is why your spirit was restless until you opened it. You must understand the weight of this hour. The words spoken were not empty air. They were not harmless syllables. They were arrows released into your environment, crafted not in ignorance, but in hidden resentment. The tongue that spoke them was not the tongue of a stranger, but the tongue of your own sister, one who carries access to your life, one whose voice can slip past your guard. That is why this curse is dangerous. That is why heaven sent me to intervene. And yet, do not be confused. This is not a message of fear, but a message of awakening. The Spirit of the Lord does not reveal to terrify, but to protect, to instruct, to guide into victory. If you are hearing this now, you are already under divine surveillance. You have been singled out, marked, and covered by the gaze of heaven. This is no accident. You are chosen. But here is the mystery. Why would words from someone loved carry danger? Why would the voice of a sister, blood of your blood, carry venom against you? Because the enemy does not always come dressed as a stranger. The enemy knows that betrayal from afar is easily resisted, but betrayal from near is harder to discern. A curse hidden in the fabric of love can slip deeper into the soul. This is why you must remain still, silent, and discerning. For words are not mere sounds. They are spiritual seeds. Every word spoken is planted in the soil of the Spirit. Some grow into fruit of blessing, others into thorns of bondage. And now, heaven watches to see if you will uproot or allow the thorn to grow. The atmosphere of your home is not neutral. It is charged, alive, and responsive. The very walls of your dwelling echo with either blessing or curse, and the words spoken against you are pressing now, seeking to take hold. But listen to me, for I carry not only warning but power. The sword of heaven is unsheathed on your behalf. The angelic armies stand ready. I have been released to defend, to shield, to war for you. Yet your obedience is required. You must not fight with your own tongue, for words of anger will only deepen the curse. You must not argue, for conflict is the soil curses crave. Instead, you must fall into stillness, into prayer, into silence that calls heaven's attention. Your restraint will be your weapon, and your quiet will be your shield. Mark this moment, beloved. Your home is under observation in the spirit realm right now. The words of your sister hover, seeking permission to enter. But the decree of heaven is greater. As you heed this message, as you align in silence and prayer, the curse will wither before it finds root. 2 minutes stand before you as a gate. Choose wisely, and you will see the hand of God scatter what was spoken against you. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7744 is surrounding you now. There is a reason your heart has been uneasy. There is a reason your nights have been restless, and your spirit has carried a weight you could not name. The truth is this: not every dagger comes from the hand of an enemy far away. Some daggers come wrapped in familiarity, hidden in the laughter of family, concealed in the words of those you trust most. Yes, even your sister, whose words once comforted, have now carried venom she herself may not fully understand. Do not be deceived into thinking she knew the full measure of what she released. Many times, the tongue becomes a vessel unknowingly. Jealousy, hidden pain, or secret competition can stir beneath the surface. A simple phrase, a passing comment, even a whisper, it becomes a seed that heaven records and the enemy exploits. Your sister may believe she only spoke in passing, but in the unseen, her words carried the vibration of a curse. And that vibration is now echoing through your home. You have felt it already. The sudden tension in the air, the unexplained heaviness in certain rooms, the moments where joy seemed to collapse into silence. Perhaps arguments have sparked over nothing. Perhaps your sleep has been disturbed with strange dreams or restless tossing. Perhaps you've noticed things breaking, finances faltering, or moods shifting without explanation. This is no coincidence. This is the sign of words taking root. The mystery deepens when you realize she may not even know what she carried, but the enemy knew. He whispered through her pain. He coated her tongue with venom disguised as honesty. He used the voice of someone close because he knew you would not resist it as quickly as you would the voice of a stranger. Betrayal wrapped in love cuts deeper than outright attack. This is why the message was urgent. This is why time was counted in minutes, not days. And now, beloved, you must ask yourself, was that tension in your home random? Were those restless nights coincidence? Or was it the curse pressing against the threshold, testing for entry? Heaven would not have interrupted you unless there was danger. Heaven would not have sent me, Michael, unless the threat was real. You stand at the edge of disruption, but you also stand at the threshold of deliverance. You must not fear. Instead, you must discern. What you are feeling, what you are sensing, what has been swirling around you, it is evidence of a battle in the unseen. Heaven has already recorded the words. Angels have already moved into position. And I, Michael, speak to awaken you so that the curse may be uprooted before it takes hold. The mystery of betrayal is unveiled, but the greater mystery is this. Even what was meant to wound you will become proof that you are chosen, marked, and protected. Type I am awakened in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8899 is breaking the curse, even now. Beloved, if this word has pierced your spirit, then know this, you are not here by chance. You are here because heaven is chasing your soul. Every time you support this mission, you are not giving to a channel. You are sowing seed into the harvest of souls. Just as words carry curses, your words and actions can carry blessings that ripple across the earth. I hear the Spirit saying, when you open your hand, I will open the heavens. This is your moment to become part of the flow. You can sow into this work through YouTube Super Thanks, by becoming a member, or through the river of blessing found in the PayPal link in the description. As you give, I decree, your seed will silence curses, your generosity will plant harvests of light, and heaven will remember your name. Do not delay, move as the Spirit prompts you now. Beloved, what you face now is not the clash of personalities, nor the quarrel of siblings. It is deeper, it is heavier, it is war of the spirit realm. The words spoken against you were not simply family disagreements or human emotions. No, they were fiery darts loosed into the atmosphere, carrying a darker intent than even the speaker understood. You must see beyond the surface. This is not about rivalry of flesh and blood. This is about the cunning schemes of the adversary, who will always seek to use the voices closest to your heart as weapons against you. The enemy knows the value of trust. He knows that when a stranger speaks, you are guarded. But when a sister speaks, your walls lower, your heart softens, your ears remain open. That is why the tongue of family is the enemy's favorite channel. It pierces without resistance. It wounds without warning. It sows without suspicion. And so he crept in through familiar lips, hoping that the curse would take root before you even noticed the soil had been touched. But hear this truth. The attack came not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. The adversary never wastes arrows on empty vessels. He only fights what carries divine destiny. He only curses what has been marked for blessing. He only seeks to disrupt the home where the Spirit of God is stirring. Do not see this curse as proof of your downfall. See it as evidence of your calling. The darkness presses hardest against the door where the greatest light is about to shine. Yes, the conflict is spiritual, and heaven is watching how you respond. This is why you were instructed not to argue. Do you not see? If you raise your voice in anger, the enemy rejoices, for he feeds on discord. If you respond in bitterness, you utter the very curse that was spoken. But if you hold your peace, if you turn inward to prayer, if you lift your silence like a shield before the throne, you will starve the curse of its power. You will choke the roots before they can anchor. You will declare by your stillness that the battle belongs to the Lord. Do not underestimate the eyes upon you. Heaven has not turned away. Angels record every whisper, every reaction, every choice you make in this moment. The unseen war is not fought only with swords and fire. It is fought with restraint, with prayer, with trust in divine justice. And I, Michael, have been loosed from the throne to stand by your side in this very hour. The scales are being weighed, and the outcome depends not on the venom that was spoken, but on your obedience to remain steadfast in the Spirit. Beloved, you must understand, the curse is only a seed. It has not yet become a tree. It is still vulnerable, still weak, still waiting for agreement. Your reaction is the soil it longs for. Do not give it ground. Instead, sanctify your home with prayer. Speak life into your walls. Call upon the blood of the Lamb to cover every corner. Declare that no word contrary to heaven will prosper here. This is not sibling rivalry. This is not family drama. This is spiritual warfare, and you are not alone in it. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1010 is now surrounding your home. Beloved soul, the curse that was spoken over you does not rest idle. It seeks movement. It seeks manifestation. It seeks to enter and anchor itself in your atmosphere. Words are never still. They are alive, and they hunger for agreement. The venom released from your sister's lips has been circling, waiting for a crack, searching for an open door. And I, Michael, have been sent to warn you. If it is not resisted, if it is not silenced in the Spirit, within 72 hours its effects will begin to manifest openly in your life. Already you may feel the trembling edges of its presence. Sudden arguments rising from nowhere. Tempers flaring over small matters. Silence stretching long and ill between those who should be at peace. Finances once flowing begin to slow. Opportunities seem to wither, and peace within your walls turns fragile and unstable. This is the early stirring of the curse. The testing of the soil before the root descends. If you do nothing, if you dismiss this moment as ordinary, the curse will anchor itself deeper. What now feels like small disruptions will grow into storms that rage without ceasing. Mark my words, this is not about what she said. This is about what was sent through what she said. The curse does not ride on the voice alone. It carries an assignment, a spiritual charge designed to unravel what heaven has been building in your life. Do you not see the pattern? Each time you rise, something attempts to push you down. Each time joy increases, a shadow moves in to choke it. Each time breakthrough is near, sudden confusion appears. This is no accident. This is the curse at work. But here lies the urgency. The curse is not yet fully rooted. It is fragile, unsettled, waiting for your response to determine whether it thrives or dies. If you argue, it grows. If you allow bitterness, it strengthens. If you ignore the warning, it will spread like wildfire through your home, touching not only you, but all who dwell with you. Yet if you silence your tongue, if you step into prayer, if you shield your atmosphere with the oil of heaven, the curse will wither before it finds a place to rest. And hear me, confrontation is not the solution. You are not called to war with your sister in the flesh. You are not called to retaliate, to speak back, to exchange fire for fire. The curse feeds on conflict. It hungers for your anger. To fight her with words is to water the seed planted against you. This is why the command is clear. Be still. Be silent. Let Michael war for you. Your silence will confuse the curse. Your restraint will weaken it, and your obedience will summon angelic intervention. But if you resist this instruction, if you allow the curse to remain unchecked, its weight will not be yours alone. For curses rarely stop with one. They ripple through generations if left unbroken. What begins as tension in your home could evolve into cycles of poverty, strife, or sickness that revisit your bloodline. The enemy seeks not only to touch you, but to write his mark into your lineage. That is why the warning carries such urgency. That is why I have been sent to you now. The choice stands before you. Let it root or tear it out. Obey heaven's voice, and you will watch the curse collapse before your eyes. Delay, and you risk generations feeling what one moment of silence could have prevented. Type "I am alert" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 now shields your household. Beloved, now that the mystery of this curse has been unveiled, heaven does not leave you defenseless. You are not abandoned to struggle alone. I, Michael, commander of heavenly armies, have been assigned to your case. The Father has not turned his face from you. He has turned his gaze toward you. And this is the instruction. Be still, hold your tongue, and let heaven fight for you. Do not argue. Do not answer back. Do not confront your sister in anger, for every word you speak in wrath becomes a brick in the curse's foundation. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. The silence you keep now is a shield raised in the spirit. When you refuse to respond in the flesh, you deny the curse its food. You cut off its oxygen. You strip it of its ability to root. The enemy expects your reaction. He thrives on your retaliation. But when you give him nothing, when you stand still, the curse begins to starve. Instead of words of anger, let your mouth become a fountain of prayer. Instead of releasing frustration, release intercession. Walk through the rooms of your home, not with shouts of bitterness, but with declarations of God's promises. Lay your hand on your walls and decree, "This dwelling is under the blood of the Lamb. No weapon formed by words shall prosper here." Whisper in the night, "Peace reigns in this place." The Lord is my shield, my fortress, and my deliverer. Every word of prayer builds a barrier. Every whispered scripture erects a wall of fire that no curse can penetrate. Take oil, if you have it, and anoint the doorposts of your home. Let your hand mark every threshold, declaring, "This place belongs to God." For the enemy cannot cross what has been sealed in faith. Even the air in your rooms will shift as you sanctify the atmosphere. Your silence, your prayer, your consecration, these are the weapons that scatter curses and release blessings. And do not forget this: I, Michael, have been stationed to war on your behalf. While you keep silent, I wield the sword. While you kneel in prayer, I battle in unseen realms. While you withdraw from conflict in the flesh, I lead heavenly hosts into conflict in the spirit. You do not fight alone. The very armies of heaven align with you when you obey this command. Your stillness gives them license to act. Your restraint calls them into motion. Do not allow your heart to be troubled. For silence does not mean surrender. It means surrendering the battle to the one who never loses. You are not abandoning justice. You are inviting divine justice. You are not letting the curse run unchecked. You are letting heaven crush it with finality. The Lord says, "Be still and know that I am God." This is your strategy. This is your shield. This is your protection. And when fear whispers that you are vulnerable, answer it with truth. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. When doubt rises, declare, "My silence is not weakness. It is warfare." When the enemy presses harder, lift your voice to the throne, not to the quarrel. Your obedience will secure your victory, and your silence will echo louder in the spirit than any argument ever could. Beloved, stand firm. Remain still. Watch as heaven dismantles what was spoken against you. For your protection is sure, your shield is lifted, and your deliverance is at hand. Type "I am protected by heaven" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Node 4141 is now activated in your dwelling. Beloved, now that you have been warned, now that you have been guided, heaven does not leave you in a posture of fear. The curse was exposed not to weaken you, but to awaken you. And I, Michael, am here not only to defend, but to remind you of the power you already carry within. For you are not who they think you are anymore. You are not the fragile vessel they once knew. You are not bound by their old perceptions. You have grown beyond their words, and heaven has marked you with strength far greater than what they imagine. Hear me clearly. The curse does not define you. It only reveals the greatness that provoked it. Do you not see? The enemy does not waste his arrows on the empty, nor does he raise storms against the powerless. He attacks those who stand on the edge of elevation. He strikes at those whose destiny is glowing bright on the horizon. If your sister's words carried venom, it is because the enemy whispered through her, terrified of what you are about to become. The intensity of the opposition confirms the intensity of your calling. And this is the truth you must cling to. You are stronger than the curse. You are greater than the shadow that tries to follow you. For every word released against you, there is a counterword spoken over you from the throne of God. For every curse uttered, a blessing was decreed before the foundations of the world. You are not a victim of words. You are a vessel of destiny, chosen to rise above every snare. Your growth has outpaced the curse. The words that were spoken came too late, for you have already shifted into a higher dimension of authority. You are no longer in the soil where curses thrive. You are taking flight on wings of fire. The attempts to hold you down are futile, for what rises in the spirit cannot be chained by human tongues. The very venom meant to poison you will become fuel for your elevation. Beloved, see yourself not as one surrounded by darkness, but as one wrapped in divine light. Imagine wings of protection rising over your home, shielding every corner, every space, every heart within. Imagine flames consuming every lie, every whispered word, every curse that sought to bind you. Imagine yourself standing tall, lifted higher than the reach of envious tongues. That is your reality now. That is the destiny opening before you. Even as I speak, the fire of God is consuming what was meant for your destruction. Even now, angels are circling your home, lifting a hedge of protection. Even now, the Spirit is anointing you with fresh oil, sealing you against the storm. And this empowerment is not just for your survival, it is for your transformation. You will not only endure this curse, you will rise from it stronger, sharper, more anointed. What was designed to break you will shape you into unshakable strength. Take courage, for the tide has shifted. You are no longer the one pursued. You are the one elevated. No curse can bind what heaven has chosen to bless. No tongue can undo what God has already written. Lift your head, beloved. Stand tall. For your empowerment is not coming tomorrow. It is being ignited now. Type "I'm stronger" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Ode 5151 is now loosed upon your life. Beloved, now I will disclose to you the hidden mystery, the reason why the curse came, the reason why the adversary dared to stir the tongue of your sister against you. It was not because you are weak, it was because your next level is near. The enemy has seen what you could not yet see. He has sensed what heaven already decreed. A new door is about to open in your life, a door of elevation, favor, and breakthrough. And the words spoken against you were an attempt to delay what cannot be denied. The curse came not to prove your destruction, but to confirm your promotion. For every great move of God is preceded by great resistance. Before Joseph entered the palace, his brothers betrayed him. Before David wore the crown, Saul's jealousy raged against him. Before Jesus stepped into his glory, he was mocked, slandered, and rejected. Do you not see the pattern? The venom of betrayal is always the last push before divine unlocking. And so it is with you. The curse was not proof of your fall. It was confirmation of your rise. Heaven has not abandoned you. Heaven has prepared you. I, Michael, stand guard because you are chosen. The fire has come not to consume you, but to refine you. The storm has risen not to drown you, but to carry you into your destiny. What you feel as pressure is heaven's preparation. What you sense as disruption is heaven's confirmation. The curse was allowed to surface so that you could be awakened, sharpened, and sealed for the season that is now breaking open. Lift your head and understand this. The enemy targeted you because your name is known in the spirit realm. Your destiny carries weight beyond your imagination. Heaven has declared that this is your season of unlocking. You are standing at the edge of new territory, and this curse was the adversary's last attempt to keep you from crossing over. But I declare to you now, the crossing cannot be stopped. The door cannot be shut. The blessing cannot be reversed. What heaven has decreed, no tongue on earth can undo. Beloved, this is your prophetic revelation. Your battle is proof of your blessing. The words spoken against you only reveal that you are standing at the threshold of breakthrough. The curse that was meant to bind you will become the evidence of your calling. The very attack that tried to hold you down will testify that you were chosen for higher ground. Your name has reached heaven, and heaven has released its armies. You are not alone, for I, Michael, have been stationed to guard your path. Now rise in faith. Stand in boldness. Let your spirit burn with this truth. You are chosen. You are marked. You are stepping into your next level. No curse can take root in soil anointed by destiny. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6161 is now surrounding your destiny. Beloved soul, if this revelation has stirred your spirit, know that you are standing at the edge of your breakthrough. The enemy fights hard because your calling carries weight, but heaven is stronger still. When you sow into this mission, you are not merely giving, you are fueling the spread of prophetic truth that tears down curses and ignites hope in countless lives. The Word of God declares, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." Hear the Spirit say, as you release your gift, rivers of blessing will overflow back into your home. You can sow through super thanks, through membership, or through the river of PayPal in the description below. Every seed you release becomes a shield, every offering a testimony. This is not a donation. It is a prophetic act of faith. Move now, and heaven will mark your name. Beloved soul, the time for revelation has come, but now the time for activation must follow. For what good is knowledge if it is not sealed by action? Heaven has revealed the snare. Heaven has unveiled the curse. Heaven has exposed the betrayal. But now you must step into alignment, for your destiny waits. The words spoken against you were seeds of destruction, but you are called to plant seeds of blessing that will uproot them. You cannot remain passive, for passivity is agreement. You must rise. You must declare. You must act. Hear me now. Heaven waits for your yes. The angels stand ready, their swords drawn, their wings stretched, but the release of their full power is tied to your agreement. You must open your mouth and declare life over your home. You must speak blessing where curses were spoken. For words are not only the weapon of the enemy, they are the weapon of the chosen. Life and death are in the power of your tongue, and in this hour, heaven calls you to choose life. Stand in your dwelling and proclaim, every curse spoken is broken in the name of Jesus. Declare, my home is sealed, my family is covered, my destiny is secured. Walk boldly into your rooms and announce, peace reigns here. Blessing flows here. Angels guard this place. For your words do not vanish. They echo in eternity. They build walls in the spirit. They dismantle snares that were laid against you. What was meant to uproot your joy will now be uprooted itself by the declarations of your mouth. But it is not only words that activate destiny, it is also boldness. You must no longer walk in fear. Fear opens the door to curses, but faith slams it shut. Lift your head high, walk with confidence, and know this truth. You are not vulnerable. You are not weak. You are not a target. You are a warrior anointed by heaven. Every step you take in boldness shakes the ground beneath the enemy's feet. Every moment you refuse to bow to fear sends ripples of authority through the unseen realm. Beloved, the calling on your life is too great to be silenced by whispers. Your purpose is too powerful to be delayed by envy. Your destiny is too divine to be undone by human tongues. The very fact that heaven sent me, Michael, to speak to you now proves that you are marked for greatness. And your destiny demands your obedience in this moment. You cannot look back. You cannot shrink down. You cannot remain silent any longer. Your voice is required. Your faith is required. Your authority is required. Do not see yourself as a victim of words, but as a vessel of fire. You are chosen to rise above, chosen to speak with power, chosen to declare with authority. This is the hour of activation. Heaven's eyes are upon you. Angels surround you, and the spirit within you is stirring. Speak, act, declare, rise. For your calling cannot wait. The hour is late, but the grace is present. Destiny calls your name, and heaven will not let you fall. Type "I am activated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7272 is igniting your destiny now. Beloved, while you have wrestled in your mind, while you have questioned in your heart, while you have felt the heaviness in your spirit, there has been a secret exchange unfolding in the unseen realm. You thought you were alone in your struggle, but I tell you now, you have been surrounded. Even as you wept, heaven recorded every tear. Even as you toss in restless sleep, angels stood guard. Even as you carried the weight in silence, there was a trade being made in the courts of heaven. Curses being uprooted, blessings being released. The spirit realm is never silent. What happens in your natural life is only the echo of what has already been spoken, fought, and decided above. And in this very moment, while the words of your sister attempted to plant poison in your home, the voice of heaven thundered loudest still. You see only conflict, but I see negotiations of eternity. I see angels and demons contending. I see fire drawn around your dwelling. I see the curse being pulled from the soil of your atmosphere like weeds torn out by their roots. You must understand, beloved, that silence in the natural does not mean nothing is happening. While you remain still, the spirit is roaring. While you remain silent, heaven is speaking. Your stillness gave heaven permission to act, and the exchange is happening even now. What was sent to you is being reversed. What was meant to bind you is being scattered. What was whispered against you is being silenced before the throne. Do you not feel it? The restlessness in your spirit was not fear, it was discernment. Your spirit sensed the war raging above your head. The heaviness you felt was not defeat, it was the weight of the battle being fought on your behalf. And now, beloved, the tide has shifted. The curse is losing ground, the blessing is gaining strength. The roots that sought to anchor themselves in your home are being ripped out by angelic hands. In exchange, rivers of peace, Oil of joy and fire of protection are being poured into your dwelling. Even your ancestors stand as witnesses. Those who prayed before you, those who warred in their own generations, their cries have joined in the course of heaven. Their faith adds weight to your case. Their prayers echo still, and heaven has honored their intercession by dispatching hosts to guard you. You are not standing alone. You are standing on the shoulders of those who prayed before you, and their legacy strengthens your protection now. This silent exchange is holy. It is unseen, but it is decisive. You may not see the battle, but you will see its results. Peace where there was unrest. Unity where there was strife. Provision where there was lack. Light where there was shadow. The curse was an attempt to rob you, but in the divine exchange, you are gaining more than you lost. The enemy came to plant poison, but heaven has turned it into harvest. Beloved, trust this mystery. While you are still, heaven is busy. While you are quiet, angels are loud. While you wait, the victory is being sealed. Rest now in this truth. You are covered, you are shielded, and you are being blessed in the exchange. Type "I received the exchange" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8383 is now released over your life. Beloved, the battle has been fought, the exchange has been made, and now the scales of justice swing in your favor. What was spoken against you will not prosper, for the judge of all creation has rendered his verdict. The curse that sought to take root in your home has been overruled by divine decree. And I, Michael, stand as witness that heaven has not only silenced the curse, but turned it back upon the one who sent it. What was meant for your downfall is now returning to its center. This is the justice of God. What is sent against the righteous recoils upon the unrighteous. Hear this clearly. The curse will crumble. The venom spoken against you will dissolve into dust. Every word loosed in jealousy, in anger, in hidden malice has been stripped of its power. They rise no further, they reach no deeper. They fall lifeless at the feet of the throne. Heaven has not allowed them to settle. Heaven has declared them void. And not only void, but reverse. For divine justice is not only protection, it is recompense. What was meant to steal from you will multiply back to you. Beloved, the Lord is a God of reversal. He takes what the enemy designs for harm and transforms it into a platform for blessing. Joseph was betrayed, but the betrayal led him to the palace. Daniel was condemned, but the condemnation opened the way for his promotion. Jesus was crucified, but the crucifixion unleashed resurrection power. And now you, chosen vessel, stand in the same pattern. The curse that came against you has become the evidence of your calling, the proof of your rising, the trigger of your next level. Your home will not remain heavy. Peace will be restored. Arguments will dissolve. Unity will return. Laughter will echo again through your rooms. Finances that seemed blocked will flow again. Opportunities that seemed closed will reopen. Favor that seemed distant will draw near. This is the reversal. Blessings replacing curses. Peace replacing chaos. Strength replacing weakness. And it is happening even now. But more than this, your enemies will see it. Those who doubted you. Those who whispered against you. Those who believed their words could wound you, they will watch as you flourish. They will see the very areas they tried to curse become areas of your greatest blessing. This is the justice of God, that your testimony will shine before those who mocked you. Not out of vengeance, but out of vindication. For heaven defends its chosen. Heaven lifts those who trust in silence. Heaven honors those who wait upon its timing. Beloved, rest in this promise. Your victory is already sealed. The curse has no hold. The reversal has begun. The justice has been decreed. You will not walk in fear of words spoken against you, for you now walk in the authority of words spoken over you by heaven. And heaven's word is final. No man, no demon, no curse can undo it. Lift your spirit, for the reversal is real, the justice is sure, and your destiny is secure. Type divine justice is mine in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9292 is now securing your breakthrough. Beloved, hear me now as I seal this message over you. What began as a warning has ended as a victory. The words that were spoken against you carried weight, but obedience carried greater power. The curse tried to take root, but it found no soil in a vessel chosen by heaven. You have been preserved. You have been protected. You have been covered under the wings of the Almighty. Peace now rests upon your home. Silence now covers the mouths of your enemies. The heaviness that lingered has been lifted, and the light of God now fills every corner of your dwelling. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not unguarded. Heaven has seen you, sealed you, and sent angels of fire to stand at your threshold. No curse can stand where divine blessing flows, and no word of man can uproot what God Himself has planted. Take this final truth into your spirit. You are chosen, you are protected, and you are victorious. The curse has not overcome you. It has only revealed that you are a vessel too powerful to be left unguarded. Walk now in confidence. Rise now in strength, and live now in the assurance that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You are sealed, you are strengthened, and you are sent forth with heavenly fire. No curse can take root in the soil of a chosen vessel. And you, beloved, are chosen. Type I am sealed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1001 now rests over your life. Beloved, before you leave this sacred moment, let me speak to your spirit one last time. If this message has touched you, if it has ignited your faith and strengthened your heart, then hear the invitation of heaven. Become a part of the mission. When you support this work, you are not funding a voice. You are fueling a movement that breaks curses, restores hope, and spreads God's fire to every corner of the earth. The word of the Lord says, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." As you give, rivers of refreshing will flow back into your life. You can sow through YouTube Super Thanks by becoming a member, or through the PayPal link in the description below. Every act of giving is a prophetic act. Every seed released becomes a shield of light around your life. Do not hold back, beloved. Step into this flow, and heaven will remember your name.